I will tell you in this lecture EMF induced in a DC machine in a simplest possible way. If you understand this, you will understand alternator induced EMF equation also very easily. We know basic Faraday's law, which is E is equal to N d phi by dt. And here N is number of conductors. So EMF induced per one conductor is divide this whole thing with N. So this is not there, d phi by dt. And where d phi is, what is d phi? Total flux. You have phi is flux per pole, you have n number of poles, n into phi. If you have p number of poles, p into phi divided by dt. dt is time taken for the flux linkage. You know, it is rotating with speed n is in rpm. So you go for RPS, revolutions per second, from minutes to seconds, so divide with 60. So this is what you got, revolutions per second. But now what I want, seconds, how much time it has taken for one revolution. Reverse this, so this is 60 by n. So 60 by n. So I'm just simplifying this, n is here. So this is understood. So once you understood this, DC machine, even three-phase alternator also same derivation. This is the average value of induced EMF per conductor. Understood this? This is exactly same for AC generator also, alternator also same derivation. Now comes the key part. For DC now, we have parallel paths. I now know what is the EMF induced per conductor. Now I want a total induced EMF. For that you need to understand parallel path concept. So here I have one conductor. Suppose each conductor is having 10 volts per conductor. This is having 10 volts induced EMF, 5 ampere capacity. If I connect series of conductors, I have 8 conductors connected in series. So what is the total induced EMF, tell me? Yes, 80 volts. So for 8 conductors, you got 80 volts. Now I'm changing the conductor's connection slightly different. I'm making 4 conductors in series, another 4 conductors in series, but this set is in parallel. So this is how much volt? 40 volt. This is 40 volts total. So 40 in parallel, 40 volts only. So how many parallel paths? 2 parallel paths. So earlier it was 80, 2 parallel paths, 80 by 240, that is it. Now what if I change this configuration little slightly like this? So 2 conductors in one, total 4 parallel paths. So this is 10, this is 10, total 20. So all are 20 in parallel, resultant is 20 volts. So 4 parallel paths, 80 by 4, which is 20 volts. So the whole story says, if number of conductors is equal to Z, parallel paths will decide how much voltage. So Z by A times of EMF induced per conductor will be the total induced EMF. Remember this is very important. Total induced EMF average value is equal to Z by A into EMF per conductor. Now simply let me put that over here. Total induced EMF, I want total induced EMF average value, P phi N by 60 into Z by A. This is the EMF induced formula. You can say phi Z and P by 60A. Both are same. And this is the induced EMF for DC generator. If it is generator, it is EG. If it is a DC motor, we'll call it as back EMF B. So basically it is induced EMF of a DC machine. So till this, the derivation is just the same for alternator also, for DC machine also. Here only the change will come. There is a good correlation between DC machine and synchronous machine. If you understand DC machine well, you will very easily understand AC machine also. Now what about this A, number of parallel paths? And I think you must be clear about this. These are the parallel paths. There are two different kind of windings. You cannot just keep randomly put the conductors in random manner. There is some process. The standard basic conventional process is either lap wound or wave wound. If you go with this process, you will get number of parallel paths same as number of poles. In case of wave winding, number of parallel paths always you will get 2. That's a winding procedure. If you just follow that winding procedure, you will get this, and if you follow this wave winding procedure, you will get A is equal to 2. So you just put the same thing here. If lap winding is there, so A and P get cancelled. If wave winding is there, here you will get 2. That's it. So basically, this is induced EMF, or this is induced EMF, or this is the EMF induced per conductor. DC, go for this. AC, a slight change will be there because you need to find RMS value and all. Per phase value instead of per parallel path, here you will go for per phase. That's the only difference. Okay, great. Just focus on this DC generator. You will understand alternator much better.